Hi guys, welcome back to Wayjay Vanventures. We're here in not so sunny Hayling Island. We've got Lauren with us and her 2011 T5.1 VW Transporter campervan. White and blue, is it?
It's wine blue, Danish blue.
Danish blue, okay.
Apparently,
Danish blue.
by the paint code.
Thank you very much for spending some time with us this afternoon.
Anytime.
VW, we've got a VW, we love them. Why did you go for a VW?
It's a little bit fickle, probably. It's the brand. It's the brand.
That's what we went for, wasn't it? Yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't locked in on it, but they're just prettier, and I wanted something reliable, good engine. So yeah, that was the main reason.
And you've gone for the bigger, the long wheelbase one.
Yeah, so it used to be kind of more of a base and a home when I was working in festivals, so the extra space was a massive benefit.
Yeah.
You get an extra 1.5 feet. I used to put a driveway awning on the side, and then I'd be staying away at a festival site for weeks on the top. So yeah, I did my time in tents.
That's exactly what we did. And like we said, it comes a time with the British weather, you're going to get rained on and, you know, blown about like a hoolie. When you purchased the van, how long have you had it now?
Since 2017.
20, oh, so you've had it.
Yeah,
good.
A long time.
Oh, okay, brilliant. So what was it like when you got it? Was it a similar condition what it is now? Have you done any major modifications to it?
Nothing too major from what like people would know that saw it in 2017.
Yeah.
When I got it, the guy that had it before just simply wasn't using it. So he, to be fair to him, had done quite a high spec conversion inside. There's been a few tweaks that I've done, like change a double swivel seat down to a single, and little tiny modifications. But the biggest thing I did is a couple of years ago, I actually had a whole respray and then a whole new roof and new solar. So although it looks exactly the same as 2017, it's had a whole new pop top, a 180 canvas put on, new solar and a new respray.
And you mentioned to me you sleep up in a pop top, don't you? So it's...
Yeah, much prefer sleeping up in the pop top. It's warmer.
Yeah.
And then you get to see the sunset and see the sunrise outside, so it's much nicer, I think.
What's your favourite feature of the van? Do you have one particular thing that you've obviously you've done yourself, or that you're proud of, or you just, you know?
I just love having it. It's not necessarily even about camping. It's about all the other little things that it feeds into in what I do. So recently he was misbehaving for a little bit and had to have a new intercooler. And it really made me kind of question oh, do I need to think about a new van? Can I afford a new van? Am I looking at getting a normal car? And I realised how much I just did not want to go back down to having a normal car as my go-to. There's so many things I do in it, like New Year's Eve, we end up camping in it. New Year's Day, I end up going down to West Witterings, meeting uni mates. We all have our vans, so we all have bacon sarnies, dog walks. Everyone crashes in all the vans if the weather's bad. So it's things like that. It's not just about the trips. It's finishing work and going and getting fish and chips down at the beach.
Yeah, it's like a lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. You just gave something away then. You said a him. So has he got a name?
He has got a name. I can't tell you why he's got a name. It just was decided when driving him. So
okay.
His name's Hugo.
Hugo?
Yeah, Hugo. But there is no rhyme or reason.
He looks like a Hugo, so
yeah,
I mean...
there you go.
Speaking about lifestyle and the festivals that you've done in the van, have you got one particular trip that kind of stands out?
Not necessarily, because I loved.
You've had it for a while now, haven't you?
But actually, being down at Hayling Island, although we're not in the same spot as I usually would be, most of it's actually changed now down there. I used to produce and set up a kite surfing festival down here.
Oh, okay.
And it used to be a massive long festival, so I would be down here for about 3 weeks and would have special dispensation to be camping overnight because we were setting up the festival. So we had our own fence around us, so I would be able to park. There's a little spot right by the sandbar where you'll buy the barbecue bit, and it's the first spot. So your whole view is an arc of beach huts and sand, and that's your morning and nighttime view.
Amazing.
Which was not a bad work day.
It's not a bad way to live, is it?
Exactly.
Dream destination. You've got a nice big van. He's pretty reliable now, is he, Hugo?
Well, yeah, now he's had a bit of a tweak.
Whereabouts are we thinking of taking him in the future?
So I have wanted to do the N500 route up around Scotland, but I also want to go over to Fontainebleau in France.
Okay, yeah.
bit of a nostalgia thing. We went there over at uni, did some climbing and some bouldering. It's a really random kind of setup where you have a forest and then there's golden sand and boulders to climb and good camping and things like that. So
sounds like the perfect
well, and I very much did it in a tent when I was at uni, and that was not the dream. So
you upgraded to a
well, I'm old now, so you know,
I'm old.
Airbeds on the floor, it's not the one.
Bad for your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got any trips planned this year for you and Hugo?
Only a couple of small ones. So we go over to Rest Bay in Wales quite a bit.
Yeah.
So my other half lives in Bristol, so it's an easier trip. So we go over there for a bit of surfing, and then I'll go down to Croyd in September. Again, that's quite a usual one for me. It's quite a nice
surfing spot as well.
Yeah, it's quite a nice spot.
When you're packing up your van,
yes,
about to go on a trip, what's the first item that comes to mind you have to put in the van that might not already be in there, but you need to pack and take with you?
Paddleboard.
Excellent.
Skateboard.
You've got the skateboard behind you.
I've got two. One's in the back because I definitely fell off of it and smashed my head. So, you know, old. Shouldn't be
whilst in using your van?
Not whilst driving.
Oh.
No. But yeah, I have a surf skate and it's a completely different motion and it's hard.
It does, yeah. Especially at our age.
Yeah, and it really doesn't like stones, turns out. So, so I'll stick with the longboard. Yeah,
excellent. What is the weirdest thing, or have you got a strange story on a trip that you've taken in the van?
I mean, I don't know. When we did the Peak District, we had the worst weather ever, and the fog was, you couldn't see in front of yourself.
Were you up a hill at the time?
Very much up a hill, very much on a very windy, twisty little road, with like horizontal rain.
Doesn't sound like the best driving conditions, is it?
Was the best driving conditions or camping conditions?
No. Pop top up that trip, was it?
No, no. Then had a little bit of a power failure as well. But other than that, like, great trip. Really enjoyed it. All my weird ones are probably like festival related and not suitable for video.
Lauren, one of my favourite questions. It always gets some strange answers. Luxury item. If we could put anything in your van at all, I mean, we're talking wings, skis, curved TVs.
So I think I'm a little bit simple. I'd be aircon and a heated windscreen for the winter, so I don't have to de-ice the inside, because that is a labour of love.
Speaking of winters then, do you use it a lot, staying overnight during the winter?
At Christmas, my sisters have the audacity of visiting home at the same time, so there's not enough room.
How rude.
So I camp on the driveway, which actually is quite a good tactic, because it means I can't get disturbed and get to shut the door.
We do that in our own house when we have visitors. We get kicked out into the campervan, which, like you said, is not the worst place to be in the world, is it? So.
Yeah. So winters all the time, and then New Year's Day we're out camping.
On your trips away.
Yep.
Especially if you're going for like a longer stay, do you book a campsite? Do you chuck one of them in, or do you kind of just?
I'm a bit of a planner, so yeah, generally it'll be a campsite. There is a couple of people I know, like I'm in a Facebook group where they'll shout out like wild spots, or there's a couple of places down in the New Forest where they'll like the pub will let you drop into their car park as long as you buy like a meal or a breakfast. So you can kind of do that, which is a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, I tend to like to lock in where I'm going.
Are there any social media groups or forums you belong to? So
when I first started out, there are so many forums and so many people that love it. So there's a few that I got on for like mechanical stuff, but they're just everywhere. And then there's one that I'm part of that my friend Jenny actually set up that I used to work with. It's called VW Group for Women, I think. So have a look at that.
Shout out to Jenny.
Yeah, so she is way more into vans even than I am. She's had hers for ages, always fixing it, always doing her own repairs, going on adventures, solo trips and stuff. And she's set up this group so we can ask each other questions about the conversions, how to do stuff, and just link up, and then loads of people put their recommendations for trips and stuff like that. So it's quite a good one.
Have you got any advice for anyone who's looking to buy a van? I know you're specifically like us, we're into RV dubs.
I would say like do your research on like the models and things like that, but it is very much if you've got a friend that's a mechanic that can go with you, because most of the vans are private sales. I was quite lucky and found one guy that had sold to a garage, but that was quite rare, I think. So I would probably take someone that's quite mechanically sound, just to check the big things. Like I had mine, and then I get the dual fly mass wheel done like relatively quickly after buying it, which was quite a layout. So things like that you can try and catch if that's a handy one. But little stuff like joining the camping and caravan club, that gets you get that. A, you get access to a load of campsites and other stuff, but B, it brings your insurance down.
That's a really good
and they've
tip.
actually started doing their own insurance now, so little things like that is kind of handy.
Thank you very much. Here's a good question. Get some bizarre answers to this one. If you could change one thing about your van, what would it be?
Can I say aircon again? So I'd tweak a couple of the cupboard door fronts, and yeah, predominantly it would be like aircon, and just if I could put a new engine in it so it lasts for longer. There's nothing wrong with the van, so when it did have that little blip with the intercooler and I was looking at other vans, I actually went and looked at a garage which was selling new ones. Just, I don't know why I can't afford one, but I was actually really disappointed with the inside. They were really boring, really didn't do anything for me. So actually it's like kind of established that I love my van, I just need it to last forever. So yeah,
you've had it for 8 years so far, so it's doing well, and it does sound like you've been on lots of adventures together. I'm really jealous of those wheels as well. Might have to swap them with ours if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. They are a nightmare to clean though. The only thing I'd say is if you get new wheels, don't get the ones with all the like bits. They're so hard to clean.
That's a very good bit of advice. It's just more work, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Lauren, thank you very much for spending some time with us this afternoon and introducing us to Hugo. We're going to take some shots as well of inside the van so we can have a proper look around, if that's okay with you. Yeah, thank you again. Thank you again.
No worries. Quite a big expense. So literally just did that on purpose.
Yeah, and he looked at me and then
yeah.
Action!
It's the van.
It is the van, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When we're...
Yeah, we're not...
Are we not?
No.
I'm totally down with longboarding.
So's AJ, clearly. Look at him.
Do you know what a longboard is?
It's a long skateboard. Is it?
We're not allowed.
We are in Hailing Island.
Shall I just move off camera? Like, you could just have it. I could just walk into camera, to be fair. We'll just swap
this
in.
is my campervan.
The suspense.
Are you ready? This is a good one.
I feel like Cheryl Cole. Are you ready? I'm ready.